Good evening, everybody. Brian Rieger here. Thursday night, August 14th, 2014, for our We Believe team weekly hangout. Tonight, we're just going to do a few different things. We're actually going to do a training tonight. For those of you that have not been living under a rock, Empower launched a new product last night called the Top Producer Formula, and let me just tell you, the product's actually live, and I started digging through it last night. I was probably up till about 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why sleep is optional, but going through some of the content, and let me just tell you, it is some incredible stuff. I mean, Dave Woods, man, you got to hand it to that guy, man. He's a crazy hippie-looking guy, but man, when it comes to this stuff, he is a genius. I consider myself a pretty smart guy, but seeing some of the things he's doing and some of the way he puts things and some of the way he some of the ways he talks is just, I mean, I was standing there awestruck on some of the stuff he was teaching. So just absolutely great stuff. So yeah, if you haven't been living under a rock, tonight we're going to do a little bit of training. When Empower launches new products, they're usually great products. Sometimes they give us a funnel system, sometimes they do not. Where this is a micro launch, they really didn't give us a lot of new lead capture info stuff. They gave us a lot to send to our list. They gave us a lot of marketing materials to go out there and promote, let's say, on Facebook or promote wherever, but not necessarily a lot to do a lot of lead capture. So what we've been working on today vigorously was actually putting together some capture pages that you guys are going to be able to create for yourself. We did a very small 6-day autoresponder series that you're going to be able to use and plug into. So that's what we got going on today. Debbie, why don't you just hop out there for a minute and say hi and tell them what you think of so far, what you've seen from the product.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Again, Debbie McKinney, Debbie with a Y. And I have to echo what Brian said. And with this new product of Empower's around recruiting and selling, I think that the industry as a whole really needs this, because there's nobody that's really standing out and really teaching good values and really how to do this right. And I can't think of somebody better to do that, because I don't believe that anybody else has really recruited as many people as Dave would. And also, I have to give a big shout out, and Brian will go more into this. Brian is like the brains, the technology behind this, and he has put together some things for us. He's going to walk us through it, and I'm going to implement them, and I'll report back, to really make it simpler and easier so that we can all promote this launch. And so thank you, Brian. I really appreciate it. So I see Scott is here. You want to say hello?
Hi, everybody. I am fighting my computer. It decided to become temperamental at, of course, the worst of times right before the Hangout. But yes, thank you, everybody, for joining us. And this is go time. So what we want to do here is, and I know that Brian probably went over this real quickly, but what we want to do is, as a team, we want to put you all in a position to really have the best results. And by doing that, what you're going to be able to do with Brian's training here that he's going to go through pretty quickly is, first off, he's going to show you how you can go into Aweber very easily and quickly set up something so that you'll be able to actually retain the emails of the people that get the information. So this way, now, Empower Network will be dripping on the people that sign up for the $7 product, but for the people that don't, you would lose those leads if you didn't have a way that we're going to show you to actually put them into a list and communicate with them. So if you're going to be driving any traffic or doing any posting anywhere, this way people are going to have to be required to leave their emails so that you're going to be able to, collect those. And by doing that, what we're going to do is make sure that you're not having things fall through the cracks. And if you're buying any traffic or doing anything to ramp this up, you want to be able to make sure that you get those emails. So we thought about it, and we're very fortunate to have Brian here. The mad genius behind the curtain, but he's not actually behind the curtain. We can actually see him.
So you're saying he's actually mad?
He just stepped up, and if I was doing this, if Debbie was doing this, or most of us were doing this, it would take us days. Brian whips this out in like an hour. So, we're very fortunate to have him here. And by the way, I do want to take a minute here to recognize Brian for being on the Hangout last night. He was up there with the big dogs and representing our team, and really, it was an honor to see him out there. And I was so proud to see him getting recognized for the things that he does. And it takes someone special to be pulled out in front of the entire company and just give a quick testimonial to really endorse what they're doing and just show that it isn't just all the top leaders that are out here that are really stepping up. It's everybody that's taking action is getting recognized, and that's the beauty of this company, because anybody really can put themselves in that position. So, Brian, that's all I've got to say for now, and I know you've got a lot of material to cover here. So what I would suggest is this is going to be recorded, so you'll be able to go back and do it. But what I'd suggest is make sure you take notes, and if nothing else, if you can't complete what he's doing here, watch what he's doing. It's going to be a pretty simple process, and then you'll be able to go back, replay this, and duplicate what he's doing.
Thank you, Scott. First of all, let's recognize Scott too. Number 4 in the company right now for new member signups this week. So
really?
our team is just really having some big things happen. We're getting noticed, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So just aces to you, Scott. Great job.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you're number 4 in the company right now in new member signups.
Oh, right. Of course.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's a given,
Well, thank you for that. You know what, and it's funny, Brian, because, and we can share a little bit with this, but you know what, it was the reason that I started having some success here is I did one little thing to fine-tune some of my marketing, and that's really a lot of what anybody can do here. So that just goes to show you that, this business is just being consistent and focused. But you know what, Brian, let me have you take it away. I know you've got a lot of material to cover.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Make sure you mute yourself out, Scott, so it doesn't keep popping on your screen there.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so let's get right into the meat of this, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my screen share here. Full screen. Here we go. Okie dokie, wrong thing. Okay, so for this, guys, I'm just going to assume everybody has Aweber. I think everybody on our team has Aweber. I've logged into my Aweber account here, as y'all can see. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go to the top right next to my list here, where it says current list, and I am going to create a new list. Because what we're doing here is we're actually going to create a new list for our new product, okay? So this way we're segmenting off our emails here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new list, and right here we're going to create a list. Okay, so that's going to bring us to this page here. Okie dokie, come on. And none of this really matters. Now, for company website, you can go into your Empower Network, okay, and you can go ahead and under your top producer formula, go to your affiliate links and resources. Right here, and go ahead and get the link that is coded to you if you choose to. I highly recommend it. That way, any imagery you send out or anything that you send out will automatically have that link in there for you. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my link, and I'm going to go back to my Aweber, and I'm going to put this in for my company website. Okay, it should tell me that it's valid. There we go. It's got a nice little check mark. And then it's going to say my address, sender's name, phone number, email, next step. Okay. So all I'm doing here, folks, is I'm starting a brand new list for this product. So I'm going to call this the TPF list. Okay? Top producer formula. And none of this your lists are ever going to see. So I'm just going to call this TPF. And you can call it whatever you want. And then next step. And then this last step is actually going to tell you about, if you're going to have a double opt-in, then this is what you're going to use for an opt-in. But we are actually going to turn that off. So you don't even need to worry about this. Just go and approve message and create list. Okay, so now what we've done is we've actually created a brand new list that we can send traffic to. Okay, so here it is right here. We got the TPF list. So the first thing that we want to do is I want to get my email messages into this. So what we did is we actually created some new email messages. So you just click on messages, go to follow-up messages right here, follow-up series. So that's going to bring you to the follow-up screen, okay? Once you're at the follow-up screen, you're going to click this button right down here that says looking for campaign sharing. Okay, so we're going to click that. And through the power of magic, okay, we actually have some emails already written. And I will put this list in the chat roll here in a second, and I will also put this in a Facebook group. And for those that are watching this list, right, oh, sorry, that is the list right there. AW list 3555499-4DB9D-$F. Okay, so by the power of magic, we're going to put it right here in this campaign code box, and we're going to hit load campaign. We're going to give it just a couple seconds here, and what we have done is we've actually just done a 5-message series to get people caught up and to keep professional contact for you with your new prospects for this new product. Okay, now the plan is that by the time that the product launches in the next 9 days, we're actually going to have company stuff that they're going to provide to us that we'll be able to use as broadcasts to send to this segmented list. So we're just going to give AWeber a second there. So boom, by the power of magic, there we go. We have our 5 emails here right now. So we have the one that's sent immediately. We have one sent the next day, one sent 2 days later, one sent the next day, and one sent the next. So they get the one immediately, and then they get 4 messages over the next 5 days. Okay, so now that you have your emails imported, we need to get these coded to you. So you're simply going to go right here to List Options, right here, and go to List Settings. Okay, now there's a couple things you're going to need to change in these list settings to get it coded to you, okay? And again, there's your list name. There's your list description. You want to make sure that your phone number, your name, and your address is everything's correct. And if you want notifications, you can go ahead and put notifications on, and then go ahead and save settings if you change anything, okay? So now we're going to go to step 2, right here, personalize your list. Now this is important, okay? So we're going to go to step 2. The 2 things that you need to do that's very important is this. You need to put in an email signature. This is going to be at the bottom of every email. I put in my name, my email address, and my phone number, and if you're feeling froggy, you could also put, like, you know, www.facebook.com/Brian.Rieger2. So you can put in your Facebook, okay? So once we have our email signature in, because this is actually going to get picked up in the coded email and be put at the bottom of every email of those 5 emails. Okay, so now we're going to go down to Global Text Snippets. This is where you're going to encode your Empower Network username. So you are simply going to hover over this, hit Edit, and put in your EN user name. Okay, so you'll put in your EN username, you'll hit Update, and then you're going to go down here and save settings. Okay, now we're going to go back up to the top and confirmed opt-in. This is where I was saying that double opted in page. We want to make sure that this gets turned to off. Right here, off. So you'll hit off. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to disable confirm opt-in for double opt-in? You want to say yes. Okay. And then you are simply going to save settings. Okay. So now all of those messages are coded to me. So for an example, when they get it, because of the global text snippets, they are now coded to me and my username. So here, let's just go ahead and open up one of these messages so I can kind of show you what it looks like here. So we'll just do this. And they're all pretty much set up the same way. What I did is I actually took the Empower Network messages, their autoresponder series, and tweaked it just a little bit to serve our purposes, and to also make it so there's not a issue. Because some of them said, well, the webinar is tomorrow, where it's not. So kind of said Saturday the 13th. So like this one's called, Where Did You Go Wrong Pursuing Financial Freedom? Answer inside. So then basically it's just, we get into this business for the same reason. We want to experience more freedom, financial freedom, and all the things that follow. However, somewhere along the way, something happens. It's one of the unfortunate reasons why the average person who tries to build a home-based business earns only $200 per month on average. It's barely enough to pay an electric bill, let alone enable you to live the life on your own terms. Ever wonder why that is? Marketing legend Dave Wood is your answer, which we'll be sharing during this free live. Well, that shouldn't say free, so see, I need to change this real quick. Good thing I'm checking. During this live cast, August 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern, click to attend. And then, of course, I have one of their banners. And then it says, during this live cast, you'll witness two things, blah, 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 real proof. August 23rd, click here to sign up now. Make sure you grab your seat and in a few minutes early. P.S. in the section you'll hear about a special gift and signature. So this is going to pick up your signature, which is that box you filled out. And then as you can see on the links here, let me show you one of the links. It is picking up the username. So that's how in the magic of science it gets coded to you. Okay, so, and again, blah, 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 click here. So it's got 3 places for them to log in. It's got your information and everything else you need. So we're just going to go ahead and save. And there we go, next. Okay, so now we have our list and we have an auto messages, but now you say, okay, well, how do I get people onto my list? Again, through the power of magic, Aweber has a way for you to create capture forms. So we're going to go simply right to here, sign up forms. Okay? So we're going to click sign up forms. And we're going to create our first sign up form. Okay, now Aweber has a ton of different templates that you can use. But for this purposes, we're just going to just grab one real quick and make one real quick. So they have all these different templates. We'll go to, let's go to, you can go to show more here, and they have them all, all these. So let's check out a celebration one. Again, I'm doing this on the fly. This was not pre-done or anything. So see if we can find one that looks pretty cool. No. There's actually a cool one that I like. Let me find it. This one. Okay, so this is like actually an animated one. Okay, so we're going to click on it, and then we're going to simply load the template in. Okay, now as you can see, it's really small. It does have some cool animation, but it's really small. So what we're going to do is we're just going to resize it so it's the whole page like that, and the writing's a little dark. So what you can do is you can actually go up to here, and we're going to change, let's see, the links. We're going to switch this. Now, most of them you don't have to do this, but you can switch the submit button to a darker color. See, now it's black. You can do the, let's see, the other stuff looks pretty, let's see, labels I think is what that's called. So we can turn the labels over to black. And again, this is the technical stuff where 90% of the landing pages you don't actually need to do this, and then inputs we're going to need to change back to black too. So that'll be too light. So we're going to change these to black so when they type in it, it's actually, they can read it. Okay. So one of the things I recommend is right here it says email marketing by Aweber. I get rid of that because I'm not paying to promote Aweber. Okay, so now we have our landing page kind of set up. So now what I'm going to do is that first thing I want to do is I want to put an image in there. Okay, so I'm going to click this button right here, image. And it's going to ask me for a URL for an image. Where you need a URL image, I'm going to center it first of all. Okay, and they're saying, okay, well, what URL do you want to use for an image? Now here's something really cool. So now I'm going to go back to my affiliate resources, right? And I'm going to come down here to, let's do banner ads. All right, so let's find one. I know Scott liked, where's the girl with her face? It's got like this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to right-click on my mouse, and I'm going to hit Copy Image Location right here. All right, so that's the URL for that image. Now I'm going to go back to my sign-up forms, and I'm simply going to paste that in there. And again, by the power of magic, boom, there's the image. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I want to move this image up. So I'm just going to hover over it, and I'm going to slide it up. I want to go above the name here. Okay, boom. So now I want to set it here. So now we're going to put a little text in. So now I'm going to take this button, I'm going to hit text. Power of Magic box comes up. So let's, where can we possibly get some text for this, do you think, folks? Oh, I know where. Let's see what they recommend to put on a Facebook wall swipe copy. Okay, so here we go. Here's some Facebook wall swipe copy that's congruent, right? So let's do this. Let's just take this one. So we'll just take this one here. And I'm going to leave that register to attend stuff because we actually want them to fill in the capture page. They're not buying it directly from the capture page. They're just putting in their email. So I'll just take that, and I'll go ahead and paste in the text. Well, that's a little light. So if it's too light, what you can do is just highlight it all, go to this right here, and change the color. So we'll change it to black. And let's make it bold. Save. Okay, so again, I want to move this up. So it's basically this. Let's see, how's that look? So how are we looking here, folks? I think it's pretty good. So all you're doing with the capture page is really you just want an image, a little bit of text, and then get them to put in their email. You don't want to make a capture page too much information, okay? So here we go. We got this. Now we're simply just going to go here to step 2, save form. So now we go to save form. So now they're going to say, okay, where do you want, and we'll call this web form, we'll call this TPF sign up. So we know what it is. Oop. Okay, so TPF sign up. And then for a thank you page, we want to send it to a custom page URL. All right, and we're going to go back to here, and we're going to grab our link to promote, which is this again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and copy and paste this. We're going to send it, everybody, to this link. So there we go. And we're going to save it. Now, the cool thing about Aweber is they will actually host this form for you, so you don't need to put it into some special program or have somebody else host it for you. So you can come, go to, hit save form, go to next step, and then right here, have Aweber host my form. So here will be your link that you'll start sending people to sign up for your new lists with your new capture page. So let's open up a thing here. We'll put in our link. So by the power of magic, boom, there's our capture page. Okay, well now you can look at it. We might want to make the text a little bigger. So let's go back in, and we'll go back to design. Okay, and we'll go to the text here, and we'll highlight it because it looks a little small on the screen, right? So we're going to highlight it, and then we'll go to font size here, and we'll change it to 12. Save. Okay, so that looks a little better. So we'll save our form. So that's saving. So now we'll go back here. And as you can see right here, where whatever you name your form is what's going to be in this little tab. So there you go. Now it's readable. So now we have a capture page that's directly to our thing. So again, by the power of magic, I'll go ahead and opt into my own lists. We'll do that. We'll put in that, and then we'll submit. And then boom, it's going to send me directly to the Top Producer Formula video presentation page where they will have a chance to sign up. And then, of course, by the power of magic, I have now opted into my Aweber autoresponder, and I will start receiving my messages. So that is exactly how you will set up your Aweber. You'll set up your lists, and you will also create a sign-up form using the Aweber system. Again, we should all have our Aweber set up, so this should not cost you anything. Oh, there's Jay Cron talking. Sorry. I don't know if anyone's ever seen Ancient Aliens on History Channel and Discovery Channel, but that crazy dude that's always like saying, hey, could it be Ancient Aliens? Tell me Jay Cron doesn't look like that guy. But I digress. So now we have our form. We have a separate list, a segmented list, okay, to capture leads. We have a sign-up form. And I'll show you another really cool trick, too, is in your sign-up form, if you click on sign-up forms, it'll tell you how many times somebody looked at your page, how many people actually filled in the how many people opted into your page, and how many people, and then give you the percentage. So if there's, here, we'll do this real quick. Let me go back to the link. We'll put it, boom. So, and it's done pretty close to real time, so within a couple minutes anyway. So, I mean, right now I should have 1 or 2 displays and 1 or 2 submissions, and then so this will tell you how well your landing page is doing. And you can create as many of these you want. You can split test them, whatever. So anyway, let's go back to home here and see if we actually have a if our lead came in yet. So we named that list. What the heck did I name that list? Oh, there it is right there. So it was this one. So we actually already have a lead in there, and I'll bet you $1 to donuts it's going to be me. So let's just double check. So I'm just double checking right now, making sure everything is connected correctly, that when somebody does fill in that form that they do capture, I do capture their email, and it should be me. Boom, right there, Brian Rieger, there you go. So now I've created the capture page. I have the autoresponder series that will automatically get sent out on my behalf, and now I can go out there and start promoting this. So for an example, now what I can do is I can take this link, because Facebook, believe it or not, has no problem at all with Aweber. And what I can do is I can actually paste, come on. Sorry, I'm lagging for a second here. Oop, wrong thing. So now I can go into here. What's on my mind? You got to check. And then I'll just simply paste in the link. And sometimes usually it'll pick it up, but I think where I'm just so laggy right now, there it goes. Start to pick it up. Where it'll actually try to grab an image. There you go. So because I named a TPF sign up, obviously naming it something else would be better. So literally all I had to do is say, hey, check this out. Put in my Aweber form. It automatically pulled it up. And now once it pulled it up, I can go ahead and get rid of this and then post it. Because it's automatically picking up the image and the text that I put in there. So there you go, boom. So now I have lead capture on Facebook going directly to my brand new beautiful Aweber landing page for them to go ahead and put in their email and join my new cool $7 free webinar program. So that is just a very simple, easy way that you'll be able to plug into this and set this up. Again, the replay is going to be here, so you will be able to watch the replay. And let me just try to see if there's any questions. Nope. Okay. So you'll be able to watch the replay and just work your way through this. You know, just follow it step by step. Literally, just do a step, pause the video, go to the next step, pause the video, go to the next step, pause the video, and just start working your way through this slowly but surely. And then by tomorrow, once that the affiliate section goes live to sell live to the public, then you will be set and ready to go out there and start generating massive traffic. So I hope that that was clear. Scott actually has a couple things he wants to show you guys also. Let me pull up this here and turn off my screen share. And if you guys have some questions for me, please just go ahead and pop them into the chat roll, and I'll go onto the chat roll right now and see if I can field y'all's questions while Scott goes through the few things that he wants to show you. So, Scott, why don't you hop out and, did you have any questions or anything I can clarify, maybe?
Only one minor thing that I saw, and thank you for that, Brian. I know that if you haven't seen this before, don't get overwhelmed. I mean, I realize that this is a process. Think of it as you're going through a course and learning a new skill. But the beauty of this is once you get some of these basics down inside of Aweber, you know them for life. And when you start doing other things, you can go back and reuse this same process, and it has a lot of things that you can do with it. And I don't want to confuse anybody with any more information, but just know that once you've learned this and once you've done this the first time, it's going to be that much easier the second time. So um, you know thank you for that. You did a great job showing that. One thing, Brian, where have you got the code that people can use for the list?
I just put it actually in the chat roll, and I'm getting ready to put it on the Facebook group as we speak.
Yeah, but I don't know if we can copy that. All right, we'll put it into the Facebook group.
Yes, I'm putting it live into the Facebook group right now as we speak.
Okay. One other thing you could put in your signature that I think I've been doing, and certainly you can do this if you feel comfortable doing it, is put your Facebook contact in there, and this way people, as they're getting these emails, they'll have the ability to connect with you, go to your Facebook page, and see you as being someone who's, like Brian puts his phone number in. I put my phone number in as well. I get very few phone calls, but you know what? I get a lot of responses from people that say, you know what? I've never had somebody put a phone number in my emails, and and they just reach out to me because they feel comfortable about that, or they say, give me a call. I've had that done as well, and this coding and this whole setup, because this product is going to be evergreen, which means it's going to be ongoing. You'll have the ability to use this list, over and over again. And as you market this product is a funnel, an entrance to the funnel or an entrance to Empower Network. Once this is set up, you're done with it, and you don't have to go back and reuse it. Now, as you're capturing these emails, you will have the ability to go back and connect with the people that are on that list. So if they don't sign up the first time, maybe you'll get them around in a second time. So that's the purpose of all this. And what I want to make sure is that everybody gets that, and I know we haven't covered this yet, but everybody gets at least that $7 product and the $27 product. There's no reason not to have those. They pay out huge amounts of commission, 100% on the $7, $20 on the $27, and you just don't want to pass up sales. Now, I know I bought all the products. My email went crazy yesterday, and I had tons and tons of people that stepped up, and I want to congratulate all of you that did that, because this is something new, and this is something that will get you results in your business. So I highly recommend getting yourself positioned. You don't want to be passing up sales, and you really ultimately you want to get the material. I started going through the Top Producer formula last night. And even though it was late after the hangout, I can tell you that there is really some great quality content in there, and I've just hardly scratched the surface. So this is going to be almost a complete training for your business, and I'm talking about the 297 product, and that's really going to be something that's going to help us. One of the other things that I want to show you is that you want to be able to post your links on Facebook, and we have you can do domain mapping, and if you don't know what that is, you can go out and Google that. But we've got a really great tool here with the Prosperity Link system, and it's something that we can just go ahead and set up a link very easily. So let me just set up a screen share here, and we'll go through that. Just get myself set up. Share. All right. Now, can you see my screen? Either one of you, let me know.
Yes, I see the link Prosperity.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is the link. I put it up into the Facebook group a couple days or yesterday, and this will work on the for Facebook. So it's prosperity-link.com, and this is a way to mask your link without having to do anything high tech. And really, all you need to do here is just let me just go and grab my link here. One quick second. All right, let me just go up here. And by the way, this is what I do. This is when I'm when I need links, I just keep them all in a document here so that I've got them. So, the first thing you'll do is just go in here and copy your top producer with your user ID. And then you just go back to, and that becomes the destination, listen to me talk, the destination URL. Now, you can name this anything you want, and that's what's going to be showing when the link is out on the internet. So let's say I do TPF -1, because I think I've got one already. And then the title of this page is TPF invite. Spell I'd be dangerous. All right, invite. The page description, TPF. Now, the thumbnail image, you can change this if you want, but you really don't need to, because really all you're using is the link. So, if you're going to do, let's say, an image ad and put it out on Facebook, all you really need is the shortened link, and then, of course, you put in your Empower Youth.
Scott, actually, let me interject for about 2 seconds. If you wanted to, you can do like I showed you in the AWeber training. Just go to one of the links, right-click on it, and copy link location, and then just paste it into that spot. And then that way, it'll be one of the thumbnail images that Empower Network provides.
All right, that's fine. I'll go and do that. All right. So
wait a minute. Okay, excuse me. I didn't quite follow what you were saying, and so at some point, would you show us that just so everybody can follow?
Yes, Scott's going to do it right now, actually.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so here. So we go to the top producer resource links, and what we'll do is, all right, let's say banner ads. We'll pick up one of these, and let's take one that's a smaller one. All right, so let's say we wanted to use this one here. So what you do is you right-click on it, and copy image URL. So you just click on that, and we will go back to the prosperity link. So if you want to get rid of this URL, you just delete that, and then you'll just paste in the URL that I picked up. So if everybody didn't cover that, I'll go back and do it again, because I know I moved rather quickly. You right-click on this, you go copy image URL, you go back to the thumbnail, and you just paste this in. So now I've got the prosperity link. This is what people are going to see up here. The URL slug is what's going to be on the internet. This is where they're going to be sent to. These I don't believe anybody sees, but they're just for you to help, to remember what it is that you made. And then all you do is you push on link shorten, and away you go. So now here is my link, and all you need to do is copy that. And of course, what I do is I keep it. I go back to here, save it.
Why don't you show them just like, because if you just paste that link into Facebook, it's actually going to pick up that image automatically.
Right, I'm going to do that. All right, so I'm going to make it into a hyperlink because it doesn't come out that way. All right. So now I've saved in my little list. I've saved that, and if I wanted to go to Facebook, this is totally Facebook friendly, which is very cool. So you just copy that, because let me give you one heads up. Go ahead and make sure you save this link, because once this thing closes, it's really hard to go back and kind of recreate it or figure out what it was or what have you. So you notice what I did. I automatically just go and save it on I've got a Word document that's got all of my links in there, and this way I've saved it. I know I've got it, and if I want to go to Facebook, let me do that. I don't think I have a Facebook open. All right, let me just open up a Facebook. Facebook. All right, so if I go into Facebook, or I'll just put it into the We Believe, just so you guys see that it works. This. All right, so here is my link. And like boom, and if I post it, you see what shows up, the TPF invite, and the little image should. Oh, it didn't come up, Brian. It played with
It
us.
should have. Try.
Did you post in the group?
Yeah,
I just put it in the group because I'm going to get rid of it. Delete it. What's that? Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe it didn't save it right, or maybe
yeah, whatever. Listen, it just goes to show you don't have to be perfect here to make this work. But the good thing is, let's say if I was going to, well, if I was going to post, we'll go back here, and let's say I was going to post this image ad. So I would copy this image URL. We'll fix this up anyways. And I don't know. Can I add a picture to this or not?
No, now once it's created, it's done.
Okay,
right, well,
Scott, can I walk you through something?
If not, you could just copy the image in and do it as an image post.
All right, so here I did the image post. Ah, they already got them. This is good to know. So, all right, so everybody, you're going to have to rehost that image. Are we seeing you guys are seeing this? It's already been blocked.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
you know what? I wonder if we could use badass content.
Yes, we could. And if you want to go through that, Debbie, you're welcome to. All right. So the good news is we know that the images don't work, so that's fine. So don't aggravate yourself over that. But we do know that the prosperity links work. And by the way, just to open this in a new tab, and boom. And this will come up. So these are Facebook friendly, so you're good to go with these. Takes a minute to load. Okay, perfect. So that part works. And Debbie, if you'd like to go through the badass option, that's another thing that we can do as well.
You know what? Let me just make a comment here. It's the badass content is a link shortener, and it works just the same as the prosperity link does. But here's how I think we can get around Facebook, and Facebook likes this better anyway, is in the back office is to save whatever image you want to your computer, and then before you post any link on Facebook, upload that photo into and maybe you can walk through this, Scott, as you're doing this. And so save the photo to your computer, and then on your Facebook post, upload that photo, then put the link in there. So then Facebook is not out looking at where that image is because it's already hosted on Facebook, and Facebook likes that anyway, because if you're posting an external link, they don't like that because they know that you're taking them off of Facebook, even though that's what you're doing. And that might be the safer way to do this for Facebook.
All right, I'm sorry. I was typing and listening at the same time. So what
Okay.
you're
So what I'm saying is go to the Empower Network, to our affiliate links, and save the image to your computer.
Okay.
Which is, it's very simple. And then and then when you go to Facebook,
yes,
upload the image first, so
correct.
that appears. Then when you put the link, now they are going to have to click on the link, but it'll be safe, and Facebook will actually show the post instead of banning it.
Okay, well I could show that real quickly. That's not a problem. The only thing I'm not quite sure of is where to get the badass.
Yeah, hey,
Badasscontent.com.
The prosperity link will work fine, and people know how to do a image post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Patty had a question. Patty, what I'm going to do, and this is just my personal opinion on the list stuff, as far as sending everything out to my current list. We have a lot of stuff going on over the next couple weeks. We have iPass 2 coming out. We have obviously this new program. We have Empower Network stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is, Scott and I were talking about this a little bit today, trying to find the common denominator between the new program with Empower and the new and iPass 2 coming out. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to sit there and send my list Empower Network stuff today, top producer formula stuff tomorrow, and then next week start sending them iPass 2 stuff, because it makes it look like I'm promoting a ton of programs at them. So what we've noticed is the common denominator to everything between the new program for Empower and iPass 2 is that $7 price point. So I actually sent an email to my list today basically talking about, hey, we just came up with a great way where you're going to be able to join my team for only $7. You know, cheaper than a McDonald's value meal. You're going to be able to join my team and get all the great resources and training that you'll get to work with me directly. You'll get all the training and resources that our team has, and really sell the value of being able to join us for $7. So that way, next week when the iPass 2 comes out, it'll be a seamless, smooth transition from $7 for this to $7 for that. They won't even know what the $7 is for unless they click on the link. So, I mean, for me, that's how I'm going to do it. Scott, maybe, or Debbie, you guys can hop out if you think that you're going to do something different. Because it's so new, we don't have a tried, tested, and true program for this, so we're kind of winging it as we go. But that's personally what I'm going to do with my list, because I don't want to confuse the heck out of my list. Because when iPass 2 comes out, obviously I want to be able to send them to that too. So that's personally what I'm going to do. I don't know, maybe Debbie or Scott, if you guys want to hop out and how you're going to handle this new $7 offer with your list, your current list, while you're building maybe a new list.
Hey, Brian, yeah, as we were talking today, I really thought that was genius to be able to, that is the common denominator. And when you said that, it's the $7. And, it's always you always have to make a decision of, what you're going to do with your own list. And I know people like variety and they like to see different things, but we can't give them too many things. And so the $7, and I saw one of Brian's emails where he just had, he had $7. And you click through, and that's where it went to the top producer. But then as iPass 2 comes out, you could have the same $7, and it would go to, to iPass. And if you're like me, you're probably on several people's lists. And so I've been looking at some different things and, modeling and kind of swiping. And, I always read them and change them up to make sure that they're mine. But you can see the different strategies out there. And, so pick one and use it. And as soon as Brian said that, that just really made a lot of sense to me. So that's the way I'm going.
Okay, and we did have a question from Patty. And I'd like to cover that. And she said, how are you going to contact your current list? Because what you're going to want to do is take the swipe email or whatever version of it you want and send that out to your current list. And the way to do that is just do fresh broadcasting to your list. So what we covered tonight is just for the fresh leads, the people that are going to, if you're going to either get some traffic or if you're, doing some posting on Facebook or anything like that, you want to send it to this list of brand new people and the people that are seeing this for the first time. So one of the things you certainly could do is take some of the banner ads. You could be posting them in Facebook groups if you want to, and make sure that you put your link with that. Use that prosperity link like we showed you. And the thing, of course, you're going to need to do, of course, is download the picture to your computer, re-upload the picture to Facebook, and then you'll be home free. And you can you could even rename the picture or whatever. I don't know, as they come in the file. That's just something else, maybe just so you can remember what they are. But that will get you around the hosting of those pictures on Facebook and keep them from getting blocked. So what you want to do is take the pictures, put them on Facebook, post them out, and send them to different places in different groups on Facebook. There's certainly a lot of marketers and people that are in different marketing companies, and they're looking for this training. So what you want to do is spread the word, but make sure that you have them opt into this new list. So if you see them come in as a customer and pay the $7, great. You really don't need to do anything more with them because they're going to be getting emails from Empower. So remember that. Anybody that opts in for the $7 is going to automatically be getting emails from Empower, and it'll be, it'll be that follow-up series or some version of it that they're going to be taking care of. So you don't want to be flooding those people with emails. So what you might want to do is if they end up on your list, and they're getting the emails from Empower, you might be flooding them with too much. So you may want to remove the emails of the people from that list, this new list that you're going to be sending out, so that they're not getting too many emails and they're not going to be overwhelmed and not go to the webinar, because that's certainly something that you don't want to lose them because they're going to be getting too many emails. So that's another point that we should cover tonight, and just be aware of that. So any other questions? And by the way, Brian, thank you for that. And your training was great. Thank you for figuring that out and sharing that with everyone. And and coding the emails and making it all that simple. So anybody else have any questions? We're here to help you with that. And the webinar from the company here is going to start in about 10 minutes. So we wanted to get this out to you as quickly as possible so you're prepared for the cart opening tomorrow, because that's the time to really start taking some massive action and positioning yourself. And anybody that's on this webinar, make sure you get your products. You don't want to lose sales because other people have bought them and passed you up. So that's, and by the way, you will not have access to the resources in the back office unless you own the products. So make sure that you have them so that you're positioned and you have that coded to you. It's $7 at the very minimum to get this, but you certainly should step up and get any of the products that you can. There's going to be some great value here, and if you don't own them, you're going to pass up those sales, and we don't want to see you have that happen, because what we're doing here is we want to see everybody on this team have the success that they deserve. So that's what I've got. Any final thoughts from either one of you, or any other questions anybody else has out there? And
yeah, I have a final comment here, is that whenever the company has webinars, make sure you get on time, because they're giving handouts and tips and things like that that are only available for a certain amount of time. And last night on the Hangout, there's the affiliate playbook, and within the playbook, it'll tell you and give you hints on how to promote it. It tells you what's in the product. And so, and it's got several pages of what you can do to promote this launch. So it's educational as well. And so just be there, be on time, look around the page, because most likely there's going to be something to download. So that's my tip for the evening.
Well, you know what, Debbie, and on that note, I think what I'm going to do is share that with everyone, because, we don't want to have anybody left behind here. I don't know. Brian, have you got that link to the PDF?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll put it in the Facebook group.
Can you put it in the chat right now? Because this way we'll make sure that everybody has it.
If I can hunt it down.
All right, well, if not, don't worry about it. I know that I just can't post the link.
Yeah,
I don't think we can post the link. Okay. Oh, you can post it?
Brian can't.
Okay.
Well, I have to log into the admin account, but I mean, it's just as easy to put it in the Facebook group. That way everyone has access to it.
I think it's better in there.
Now you can just upload it actually right to the file section too.
So once again, this is something new. This is something that is, a whole new way for people to get connected with us. We can get people started in the business if they're not comfortable blogging, or if maybe they've looked at the blog and it just didn't resonate with them. That's what this is for. This is going to be universal training for anybody in any business, and it's a whole new way to get people in. So, the good thing about Empower is we're always moving forward. So, what I would say is, just go along for the ride here. This is going to be something that we really predict will create some great results, because, Empower's been using the blog for 2.5, almost 3 years at this point. And this is going to be a whole new, fresh way for people to get involved in the business. And what we're doing here is just taking that step to put you guys in a position to maximize your results with this. So, you're not giving away those and not having so you will have a way to contact the leads as they come in. So we just figured that we wanted to put you guys in the best position to have the best results, because, we're all in this together and looking to really grow this team in the ways that we need to. So hopefully you guys got some good value out of it, and we will see you here next week. And remember,
I'm not getting no final thoughts, nothing, man. That's how we roll.
Sorry, Brian.
Just to piggyback real quick on what Scott's saying there, folks, this is going to be an evergreen product, which means you can make green on it forever. And they are also going to be raising the price on it. So, like Scott was saying, if you can only get the $7 one, hey, I don't want you to you know, your kids to go hungry, and I certainly don't want your electric bill to get your lights to get shut off. But you know, if you can figure out a way to stretch to even get the $7 or the $27 one, you know, $34, and have those products, because they are going to be around forever, and they are going to go up in price. So, you know, for an example, people that first joined Empower back in the day were able to get the 15K formula. Was only a $250 product. Now it's a $1,000 product. So, you know, guys like Justin Beringia, Lawrence Tam that are making $1,000 sales on those things left and right only paid $250 for it. And now they're selling it for $1,000. Same thing with like the internet traffic formula. You know, I was able to buy both those products for $497, and now I'm selling them for $1,500. So, you know, you want to stretch yourself a little bit if you can, because these are products that are going to be around forever, and it's going to increase in price, which means the money you're going to make is going to increase. So, you know, go out and get what you can. I hope this training helped you. Again, work your way through it slowly but surely, one step in front of the other. Like I said, do one of the steps I taught, pause the video, go back, do that step, pause the video, and just do it step by step, one foot in front of the other. Don't go trying to blast through it. If you're confused, take your time and just do it, because one, you don't want to skip any steps, A, and B, you know, I showed you exactly what I did, so you can just follow it step by step and one step at a time. So that's what I got. What about you, Scott? Why don't you take us home?
I am typing and not multitasking.
Okay, so I'll take us home. So everybody, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Debbie, did you have anything else before I close this out?
Well, the one quick thing though is, Brian, make sure at least you get that $7 in, so you have the money.
Debbie, what happened? Yeah, go.
I'm good. Go ahead, Scott. Finish it up.
I was saying, make sure you get at least the $7 product. Otherwise, you won't even have access to this marketing material, and you owe it to yourself to at least have the ability to take advantage of having something happen out of this, because you know, once Dave starts talking with people and really sharing the training that's going to be out there, people will step up and buy these products, and this is going to be, you know, the best training that people have ever seen out there, and it's really going to grow because of that. So I want to thank you all for joining us, and the Empower Company webinar is going to be starting here at the top of the hour, so we will see you there on the Hangout. And watch your schedule for what's going on. Tomorrow's the opening of the cart. Next Tuesday is another company webinar that's going to be for your customers and to help get people to it. So just go through the process, watch your emails, and if you have any questions, use the Facebook group. We're here to help you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.